Welcome back to Kaichi Plays. It's your boy Kaichi. We are playing Nier Replicant, continuing on this journey. Last episode, we completed that dungeon in that village with an absurd amount of rules. It was in that last episode that we realized that Kaine is a savage when it comes to eradicating wolves. We were also introduced, to Kaine's backstory. Okay, hold on. Always gotta do a little test on the audio, so let me turn this down just a little bit. Alright. So yeah. We learned a little bit about Kaine's backstory. She is half shade, half savage, 100% NSFW. But so far, I'd like to say I'm having a great time with this playthrough. Because I will say that everybody that's popped out into the chat has helped to make this playthrough a very enjoyable one. So thank you, everybody.
Yona?
Oh, hey.
How are you feeling?
Better, now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
Sorry, Yona, but I have things to take care of.
Oh, okay. I understand. But next time, will you tell me a bedtime story?
Hey, I don't know if you remember me. Changed my name. Okay, what was your name previously? And then, what game was I playing the first time you came to the chat? Also, welcome back, regardless. I know it's been a hectic year and a half for everybody. 15 months, right? Well, just about, give or take. And just that choice, whether to stay at home or not, I feel like that might play into the endings, because with this game there's alternate endings depending on what decisions you make throughout the playthrough. So I'm realizing there's a series of selectable dialogues or selectable routes. It's like a whole bunch of different scenarios like that, so. But I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Are you gonna stay?
Oh, well, okay. I think I am. I have to say.
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Yeah, Yona, I'll stay.
Yay!
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
That's really wholesome. Irk! What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? I had a feeling it was you, but I wasn't sure. It's good to see you. Hisashiburi da ne. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. Yes. That's facts. That is a whole fact. And you really remember that. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Definitely an OG member. We go way back to what I think that was Pokemon Emerald, I believe. And that's at least three and a half years ago. So shout outs to you making your way back. And I'll be here more often, so we'll be vibing out. And I'm still doing the Soul Silver playthrough. I have my most recent episodes. I believe they're on YouTube. Yes, I believe I posted them to YouTube. If you wanted to check those out at your convenience. So I'm about to read this here text right here. See, I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon, his lips begin to move and no sound comes out. Oh, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, It's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S, then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after another, after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. Huh. Oh, okay. Ah, yo, major gratitude. I'm like cheesing right now. I'm so glad. Remind me of where you are again. Oh, like where in the world you are. And I will take that into consideration too, because you know what's interesting? Lately, I've been starting my stream at like 9 a.m. Eastern time. But today, because I had like a really rough morning and I knew I wanted to stream today, I gave myself some extra time to get myself together, and I streamed in the evening. But more often than not, I actually like to stream, you know, around like 9, 10-ish over here. So we can definitely get that time differential down. Ha, like Attack on Titan. Nice. Great to meet you, Aaron. Yo, this is so cool. This is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff that I enjoy about streaming. Just interacting with people and facilitating the chat and just being, you know, just being how I, like the kind of person I am, and just, you know, enjoying game culture, having fun. Just, yeah, man, let me continue playing. Berlin, Germany. Yo, Germany in the building. Berlin, Germany in the building. Let me see. Guten Tag. I think, is that how you say good day? I don't know how to say good night, but I don't know. I think that might be a close runner up to what I would like to say, which is good night or good evening. It's a sealed verse. The thing I am looking for, the key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. D-R-E-A-M. Dream? What? What the hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. I can't follow them. Damn it. I can't make it out. I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me. But instead, I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. F-O-R-E-S-T-O-F-M-Y-T-H-A-A-A-A F-O-R-E-S-T-O-F S-F-O-R-E-S-T-O-F-M-Y-T. I'm trying to, like, you know how Waka Flocka used to do that? Knocked. Okay. It's reminding me of Mozart. You know that Mozart track? It's like dun 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 dun. That one is Eine kleine Nacht music. So I'm remembering Nacht is night, and then yeah, word. So is Gut Nacht? Is that good? Or we could just, we could take it to the neutral territory and just be like, oh Yasumi, is that Kaichi or Wakafly? Yes. Oh yeah, you could say like, oh Yasumi, konbanwa. How's your Japanese studies going? Because high key, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to go about developing a bit of a study group, or just a space where like we can be like, yo, here's what I'm working on, what are you working on, so we can keep ourselves accountable and help to keep each other sharp. I think that's really important, especially with language acquisition. Very important.
Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
I appreciate this main character. He's very sincere. I like the fact that he cares about his sister very much. I can resonate with that. I don't have a younger sister, I have an older sister, but I know what it's like to, be a brother caring about my sister. I my sister doesn't have the black scroll or anything, so it's not really the same situation. Hey, I would love to learn some German. I would love to learn some German. Interestingly enough, I learned. Okay, you say it looks cute until we see there's this one character named Kaine, and I was mentioning before that Kaine is NSFW, like her whole presence, from her outfit to when she opens her mouth. And also, one of the cool things, facts about Kaine, she's voiced by Laura Bailey. So for all my Dragon Ball Z fans, she voiced Kid Trunks, the English voice. I love Kid Trunks. I think he's a great character. I feel like I like Kid Trunks just a little better than Future Trunks for different reasons, but I like Kid Trunks because we get to see, Trunks growing up with his dad. So, little thing about Kaine.
Morning, Yona.
Yeah, this game is surprisingly wait, is it? Let me see. Let me double check before I give bad information. Yep, this game is rated M. This game is definitely rated M.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was
Yeah,
it
Kid
about?
Trunks
It's
and
nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
'Cause I had
I
a
will be
dream.
honest.
Yeah?
Vegeta had to grow on
Me
me,
and this boy were playing a game together.
and he grew on me just off of his character development in Dragon Ball Super.
What kind of game?
But in that same regard, I found that the more Vegeta's character development grew, the more I started to, or I guess, I started to just, I became less of a Goku fan. I'm just gonna leave it there, because I really felt like Vegeta had the most dynamic character development out of the whole cast. So I have a big appreciation for Vegeta.
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth. But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yona.
Okay, so the Forest of Myth is definitely a location in this game. I know this because I read a map. There was a map. I don't remember which map, but there's a map.
Something troubling you, lad?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
Okay, let's ask Popola something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read the map, and on this map there was a location called the Forest of Myth. So. Oh yeah, definitely. Vegeta's super cool. Yep, exactly. Like he's had some pretty epic moments. Definitely some epic moments there. And sorry if my English isn't the best at some point. Listen, my English, I speak English natively, and I have moments where especially while I'm streaming, I would start like stuttering. I get really excited, and I would start speaking like really broken English, but not even like almost not understandable. Like I'd like mix words together, and like all kinds of weird stuff would happen. And I find that because I'm learning another language, my English is suffering even more. But I would say suffering in a good way. So like, I have moments where I would just use, my vocabulary is really good unnecessarily. So like, instead of saying good, for example, like I'd be like, oh yeah, this is good. I would say something to the effect of like, this is delightful. And I wouldn't even realize my brain is doing it. And I'm just like, why am I choosing these words? Like these. And then other times I would just completely forget how to speak in general. So yeah, I feel you. I say all of that to say I feel you.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Did you now? Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in the... What? Yo, what in the Yoda is going on here? Let me try this again. Hold on. I'm writing in hopes to bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be dream able to get your advice dream on the matter. Okay, cool. Okay, I thought I was bugging. Recently, there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream of dream, evil dream, empty dream curse, dream, evil, dream, sweet dreams are made of dreams, words, dream, and dream, daydreams. I fell asleep beneath the flowers, dream, a little dream, someone dream. So I just...
That's certainly one
like,
bizarre
what
piece of
was the
writing.
point of that?
Who's it from?
That was fun to read, though.
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
Yeah, I see. We knew that was a
Forest
location.
of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, alright.
Soka.
Thank you.
So desu ka. Alright, so we're going to the Forest of Myth. Dream. Okay, so I'm about to what I think I'm gonna title this episode for YouTube is definitely Sweet Dreams Are Made of Dreams or something like that. My roots are in Turkey and Persia, but I'm born and raised in Germany. Speak fluent German, Turkish. Bruh, that is dope. That is cool. And it's something to be said about in Europe, I find that people just generally speak more than one language. I know as a native English speaker, nobody was really behind me to learn anything other than like Spanish or like whatever we'd learn in school. But it was never to a conversational level. It was just like, here's how you say blue. Here's how you say red. Here's how you say, can I go to the bathroom? It's just like, it's very disjointed language acquisition, I feel. And I actually never heard of, what was that, Kermansi and Zazaki? I think I may have read that. Did I read that correctly? Zazaki? Okay, cool. That's cool. And yeah, I definitely have my roots, like, I speak English, but then there's also like, like I'm from New York, so there's New York English, and then there's Brooklyn English. So there's like different dialects, I assume. And then yeah, definitely, I study Japanese too, and then I have a little bit of Spanish under my belt. Just my dad speaks Spanish and Portuguese, so yeah, I have some languages under my belt. Sweet dreams are made of dreams. Yeah, exactly. This is such a good game to stream because there's like the action components. There's a really good story. There's like really a lot of WTF moments, like when I get drop kicked by a goat. Yeah, I really think this is a great game. For anybody who's interested in like JRPGs, action RPGs. Actually, this is more of an action RPG. I definitely recommend this game to everybody, but definitely to my action RPG players. So like my people that play like Kingdom Hearts. I think the only thing this game is missing, and this is just my personal opinion, is numbers. I just wish that when I hit things, that numbers would pop out. That's just me as a person. I like hitting things and watching numbers come out. So that's a thing. Yeah, those languages are very rare, and that's another thing. It's like language is the language is just as much culture as the art and all the and like the food. I feel like language is a very important part of culture as well. And you raised a very valid point. Like these languages actually do die out. Exactly. Because it's like you go to a foreign country, and if you can speak the language already, not only do you not have to find it, well, you do have to find a tour guide on some level, but you don't really have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you don't really need to have a translator, right? You definitely don't need a translator. And I think that's very powerful, like, just being able to, I don't know. I really hold language to a very high esteem, like a very high degree. I feel like when you study language, it really puts you in a different place mentally, and then you can just make friends from around the world. Like, I mean, look at the conversation we're having on stream, literally across the world. So I'm with that. And yeah, it's so satisfying. And then, like, when you get to the end game of the game where you're hitting things and numbers are coming out, and then you're hitting those like 4-digit numbers, you're doing regular slashes for 5,735 damage per swing, and you're like one-shotting enemies.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then another thing,
a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
You want optimism from Spicy Vice? Oh nah. Oh nah. Wow, yeah, and that's just because I played video games in English or watched movies in English just to learn the language. See? And it was like that for me too. It wasn't like it was an intentional thing, like I spoke contagious words. What's going on here? Hold on.
Dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation.
Hold on a second. Hold on a
mind.
second.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Wait, hold on. I don't know what's going on here.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
What's going on? What's going on here? Yo, Ipo, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the chat. And it's you know what? That's interesting too, for real. Cause like I was saying, it's one of those things where like I didn't necessarily learn English from video games and stuff. Like, it wasn't like I spoke another language and then learned English through other stuff. And yeah, I say all that to say that, like, I learned a lot of English from video games and stuff. Yo, shout outs to you for popping out. Hope you have a good night's rest and have a great day at work tomorrow, fam. Catch you next time. But yeah, language is a powerful thing. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease, excuse me, called a death dream had spread across the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. Yo, that sounds like Infinite Tsukuyomi to me. Death dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Weiss stared at the mirror, his mouth twitching slightly. Yo, big love to you too, Aaron. Peace out. Guten Nacht. Oh, Guten Nacht. Yeah. I think I got it. Guten Nacht. There you go.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
I feel like I'm conflicted because they have different. Oh yeah. Erin's in Germany, so our night. Well, it's like super late over there. So I feel like I should be narrating the parts that aren't being thing or whatever, or read aloud. I don't know. I'm conflicted. All right, hold on. So I'm just gonna read the stuff that's not being read. Okay, cool. So the mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to Kaichi, who had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village. Who Kaichi had seen and what they had discussed. Yeah, okay.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Is it dream? Kaichi and Vice racked their brains but couldn't find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Vice does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator.
Hold on, watch your mouth, bro.
It has demolished it utterly.
Yo, watch your mouth, bro. Irritated, Weiss looked skyward as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
Nah, bro, I'm narrating heavy. I'm about to get my Morgan Freeman on, boy. The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Kaichi like a contagion. Wait, said Kaichi suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager just told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words, right? What was it? It was about dreaming or something that dreams or, what the hell was it? A sheep, cried Vice suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into this head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Kaichi's face suddenly lit up. I remember. Those who dream. That's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheath of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Kaichi. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something, huh? Vice immediately fired back with the clap back because Vice be firing off the top because it's spicy Vice off the... No, let me stop. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said. But perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside of my own dream, I've been looking for a way out. But I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. Oh crap, I held the X button. That's awkward. Kaichi nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said Kaichi, just ask. Now, hold on, I did not just say that. Silence, cried Vice. The grimoire looked from Kaichi to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Vice's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now, see here, Mayor. You have told us nothing that can exist in this dream without your knowing of it, but yet you seem surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said. You're right. You're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Vice. The dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of Kaichi and Vice. We're all counting on you. As Kaichi slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck with a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, I saw this man once before, he thought, but where? Kaichi's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around them. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Vice was proving... Bruh, y'all doing a lot with this text, bro. Y'all doing a lot. Y'all couldn't have fit a cutscene in here or something? Okay. Additionally, Vice was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Kaichi to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Vice muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Kaichi snapped. Got me reading a whole book, bro. Okay, Vice, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. So, when I see Kaichi snap, it's just like, okay, Vice, relax, bruh. You don't even have legs. You got pages. Chillax, bruh. Kaichi leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Kaichi slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Vice, what's going on? Kaichi could see Vice's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled. And then just as Kaichi's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree, zree, zree. I think. I think. I'm down for the visual novel gameplay, bruh. Bruh. Woo woo. Whoa, mama. Look what you done start. Okay, I'm done. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Kaichi began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise. It's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. One with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? Buy my pages. Is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave you to answer. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? Is it a secret? A seesaw? Shoot, how should I know? 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. Probably a secret. Inwardly furious that Vice left the task to him, Kaichi sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret, right? The sound of insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Kaichi like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Kaichi moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. Whew, bars. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Kaichi after a bit. Vice spun around to his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Kaichi picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. That's pretty dope. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it. Listen, bro, if you know the answer, you answer it, Mr. Book. Kaichi grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. I think it's sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight flittered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, and said Vice softly, I've never seen such a sight. Perhaps I've misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried Kaichi, awaking Vice from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Kaichi walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Kaichi, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. You ready for the bars? Hold on. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, okay, it don't even rhyme. I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? I feel like it's a boss. You hear this music? It sounds like a boss fight. Kaichi tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing here, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose. Well, at least it's an easy one, said Kaichi. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. Yo, chat, what y'all think? Cause I'm kind of stumped. I don't know. I feel like end the night with 3 legs. I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna say a demon, just because. As soon as the words were spoken, the forest began. Right, exactly. Thank you. Definitely a demon, I think. As soon as the words were spoken, the forest began to swirl around them. Leaves browned and fell from trees. Branches withered and died. The tall green grass shriveled into dark curls of ash. Suddenly, a massive demon appeared before Kaichi and unleashed a tremendous roar. Wrong! Now try again. I have 4 legs in... What the hell? If it's not a demon, why did a demon appear? That's weird. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night at 3. With 3, what am I? It's not a demon, chat. I'm gonna say a man. How about that? The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. How? How? With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Kaichi. It was the mayor, y'all. It was the mayor. This is the most plot twist that I've ever read in a video game novel. The small man slowly shook his head. I'm not the mayor, you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What does that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Kaichi watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Kaichi and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against the tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it. You actually made it back. This man said good gravy and in turn made me say good gravy. Right, what time of homunculus is this man? His left hand grasped Kaichi's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. Gah! By the heavens! Stop shaking me, fool! I'm just imagining like Weiss's voice in my head. We have not even told you if we were successful or not. And the mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Kaichi withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the death dream seal, he said. At least, I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Kaichi filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Kaichi cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why will we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Kaichi and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten? Continued Weiss. It is the words that control the death dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time I've felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for another hour or a year. When they awoke, things had slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Kaichi shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news. I think we made it, he said. Oh wow, said the mayor in an awed voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once and then again, as if not believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our village and I wanted to, thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and became trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs, as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Kaichi and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I'm sure, said Weiss. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in a death dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. Infinite Tsukuyomi. Infinite Tsukuyomi. Please free the Leaf Village from this death dream. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It is the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Weiss. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Kaichi and Vice could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. "I say," muttered Vice, "this is certainly a stroke of luck." As the three of them said their goodbyes, Kaichi mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left them with. "I once saw a version of you that was not yourself," muttered the mayor. "Wait, I once saw a version of you that was not yourself?" muttered the mayor. "What in the world does that mean?" Lost in thought, he stared into space for a moment. "You know," he said softly, This is gonna sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too." Kaichi tried to keep a straight face and failed, but can you tell I've been playing Age of Empires? But the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Kaichi gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong with the mayor, or there's something wrong about the mayor and his words. I don't know what's good with this man, but he's on some other stuff, and I think he might be on some stuff. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bro.
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Dark Execution. Oh, snap.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
That's my favorite one.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink it, Vice.
Alright, so I'm just gonna stand here. I'm trying to find a good angle. Cause this is when I like make my little thumbnails. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to angle this thumbnail. Cause the back view is not that great. As y'all can see, like whoever saw my flyer on Instagram, I like put the pictures in the flyer, so I try to have like little moments of non-action. This man is a fourth dimension thinker. That's a fact. Mans was sleep, literally, for real. Yeah, they had me out here. I completely forgot about this part of the game.
It would appear.
Oh, I have an option to enter their dream. Okay.
This person.
It would.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
I just want to see what this is like. If it's more of the just more text. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Damn. Wow. Okay. I might have to switch my voice up on this one. Hold on. I breathe air scented with death and resist the... It's like, this feels like I'm reading poetry, if I'm being honest. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison is tucked beneath the stairway in a long, unused... Wait, hold on. My box, my prison is tucked beneath a stairway in the long, unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. An eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior. I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all gods, help me. Impossibly. I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly cracks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to the blackness, explode with pain, and I'm forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I'm Grimoire Weiss. This is Kaichi. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Kaichi extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. I swear I put a space after my name and it just looks weird now. The one known as Kaichi extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my eyes are keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible... I had to be Vice. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. What was that sentence? Would that this were not? Come on, son. Don't do that to me. Get the Shakespeare out of here. I forced my eyes open to see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. And if we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my hand and swore to save my rescuers no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away in the wind. My nose is running and it's really killing me, bro. Okay, hold on. I'm about to run back. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they are alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the preposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors. What in the choose your own adventure is this? Okay. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Okay, so if we go east and then north, can I just do more north? At the end of the path, the waters rise to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually, I can stand the sight of the waters no longer, so I turn my eyes upward. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hiding on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breezy cloth and decorated with the motif of flowers and birds, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is stunning even by modern standards. As I gaze at the portrait, I am struck by a desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet, as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bend and warp into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass. And so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough! Shielding my eyes, I paddled forward through the water. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed south. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed south. Okay. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed west. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. I feel like I'm going... if I die at the end of all of this, I'm gonna be vexed. The water has risen to my chin, and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. You dumb bastard! Shouts Kaichi. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of his insult is cut short by the rising water. Grimoire of ice, wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. It is already too late for him. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. Chat. What the actual... Okay. Wow. Wait, do I have to do everything I just did all over again? Like all of that? Do I have to do all of that again? Do I have to do all of that again? I think there's a hint in the story. Of course there is. Oh my god. Time out. Oh, okay. I was about to say. I thought I had to do all that again. You was about to have a problem. Okay, so there's two. Okay, so there's two more stories here. All right, so let me tell you what I'm not about to do right now. These stories. I could probably come back at some point. It was fun to read those dialogues, though. I got my little experience being an orator. But I am about to go blow my nose real quick, so give me a second, chat. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, chat. Yeah, that was slightly unpleasant. I have a very especially while I'm streaming, if I'm doing a puzzle or something, I don't have the patience a lot of the time to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it again. And I'm like, no, I'll be back eventually. I have like the rest of the game to stream. Village? So yeah.
Oh. It was truly magnificent. There are no words, really.
Huh. Neat. Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Yeah, so if ever, you know, in future for all my peoples, my little community that we're building over here. Out of my way! I have to save Yona! If ever, I'm just...
You cannot prevail if you are blinded with rage.
And I'd start raging at a puzzle. Or I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Just know, I'll probably come back to it eventually. But more often than not, when it comes to certain aspects of games, like while I'm streaming, I really become disinterested. Sheesh. Inoshishi. Inoshishi. Yo, don't run away from me, Inoshishi. Inoshishi. Don't run. Don't you run from me. Like, okay, so like last stream, for example, right? I was actually rewatching the footage, and there was one part of the puzzle I was getting super frustrated, and yeah, it's I really like my patience for certain aspects of games is like super low, but because that was like a mandatory part of the story, I had to like, you know, stiff my chin up and deal with it, right? But in a lot of cases, I would just be like, okay, I'm done. Like, nah. And you know, I'm still working my way up of being able to, like, when I'm raging and stuff, being comfortable, being like, okay, here's me in my rage, or my, you know, my game-induced rage. Like, for some people, it just kind of comes naturally. I'll just rage and like nobody's watching. But me, you know, I'm self-conscious about that stuff. So, and potentially putting myself in an uncomfortable situation by way of my video game-induced rage. I'm keeping mindful of that, and I'm like, yeah, this is probably gonna mess with me on a mental level, you know, while I'm streaming doing my work. So I'm gonna do this later, you know, potentially when I'm in a better mind state, or I can put up with these silly puzzles. But nothing gets me annoyed quite like an unnecessary fishing level. Like, in a game like this, you're gonna tell me that there's a fishing aspect? Why? You feel me? So, or like, if we're playing a game like, okay, Spider-Man PS4, and, you know, it's an action adventure, right? It's Spider-Man, right? But then you have those mandatory stealth portions with Mary Jane, and then later on Miles Morales. I'm just like, what the actual heck is this? Like, I've never had a forced stealth mission in any Spider-Man. Like, even if you're playing a game like Hitman, there's no forced stealth. If you get caught, you get caught. You start the level over again, or you try to find a way to maneuver now that you have heat on you. Metal Gear Solid is the same thing. When you get caught, it's not game over. It's actually, the game gets harder until, you know, you figure out how to maneuver. So I really do feel like certain components, when they're forced into the story, they could really bring down the quality of a good game. Luckily, they skipped that fishing portion if you mess up too many times. But I don't even know how to do it correctly, so it almost just seems like it's a pointless portion of the game. Like, for those people that want to 100% this game, I'm an any percent kind of guy. So, like, stuff like that doesn't really interest me. But in the case when it's forced, like you literally can't get around certain parts of the game, that's when I get annoyed. I'm just like, bro, like, who decided in an action adventure game there would be a portion that you have to not do any action or adventuring? You know what I'm saying? Like, we turned into a puzzle game. So yeah. End rant. Let's talk to Popola.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something all right.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
Say it again, Vice. Say it again, Vice.
You guys did well. you've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick, after all.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Oh, yeah?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with.
Oh,
Have you
yeah?
heard about our plans to repair the canal?
Oh, the canal. Whoops.
The work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things. Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment. If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days. I'm starting to get a little worried, so maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him? I'll mark the location of his house on your map. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Popola is wholesome? Let me tell you about Popola. Popola used to be a duet with her sister, but Popola can only get a special drink made out of lizard and rat tails and some other stuff. Popola is the furthest from wholesome. Wholesome is for... Yona is probably the most wholesome character in this whole thing. Popola is not. Devila is not. Popola? I'm not judging anybody who uses these substances, but Popola is out here. She can't get on stage. She can't sing unless she get her drink with rat tails and lizard tails. That sound like a concoction, a potion.
Got it.
I'm just saying. Popola is wholesome. Nah, fam. Hold on. I think I still got the quest. I still got the quest right here. Let's see. Incomplete quest. Hold on. Where is it at? Ballad of the Twins. Yup. Have Devil and Popola sing a song for you. Discuss the matter with both of them. Apparently, Popola needs a special drink in order to sing. Get it from the tavern and see. What? Collect 5. What? Yeah, that's clever. Popola is so wholesome she can't even perform in a shady bar and completely sound mind. Wow, okay. You got it. Too wholesome. Can't deal. So I'm over here thinking that if they're trying to enlist any help from Seafront, I think they should reconsider. Because we seen the bridge builders at Seafront. We seen what kind of construction job they do.
Is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
Yo. Grimoire Vice. Best character in this game. Hands down.
It's not fair. She's so young. Her...
Welcome!
A lily leaf sword. It's stronger than the weapon I have, and I upgraded it. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, okay. So that's, we don't sell that. Wolfhide? Nah, we don't sell that either. Okay. We gotta get another lizard tail, so we probably get that on the way to Seafront. I'm not saying I want to fight these chickens, but they flying around like they want some smoke. No me gusta. What? What? I just got a fire text message. That's what's up. Yo, Kaine, either we can fight him. You think we get one-shotted again? Chat, what y'all think? Should we go for it? Going for it. Too late. Kaine, go fight him. Kaine, go fight him. Kaine, you have to defeat him. Oh, snap. Oh, the shield really works. The shield actually works. That is fire. Is Kaine dead? Yo, Kaine dead. Hold on. This is not good. Kaine, wake up. Kaine, no. Somebody put on her theme music. Somebody put on her theme music quick. I'm about to use a magic drop. Oh, okay. Defense drop, defense capsule. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna use a magic drop. Oh, snap. That's not good. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Yeah, let's go. Dark execution, baby. Kaine said that's not a wolf. That's a wolf slayer. Kaine the wolf slayer. Almost, y'all. Almost, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Stop playing with me. Actually, stop playing with us. Kaine the wolf slayer. These goats are probably just gonna headbutt me like they normally do, I guess. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look over here. I got nothing for you. I got nothing but skewers for you. I turn you into a real shish kebab, yeah? Yeah, alright. Rest yourself. Where all my Caribbean people at? Now, I'm over here. I'm talking about where my Caribbean people at. Yeah, I know that one Caribbean DJ that'd be like, yo, where my Caribbean people? Just so they can play Badman Forward one time and go back to playing hip hop. Y'all know that. Y'all know the DJs that I'm talking about. My Caribbean people in the chat. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. But yeah, we're going back to Seafront. This is vibes. This chat is this whole stream is a vibe. I'm grateful. So somebody in the chat was like, I don't remember who it was basically saying we can find lizard tails in this city. So I think I'm gonna try to find one more, and then, you know. But I haven't really looked around this place. What the actual heck? Yo, I really gotta applaud my level of self-control, because there'd be times I'd be ready to curse like a sailor in this chat, boy. But then I'm just like, no, let me not. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to find like one more lizard tail. I think that'd be really helpful. But let's get this canal quest popping. Is it you?
Hey, are you the guy who's supposed to help repair the canal? Popola sent me to...
Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
Alright, let me hold it down.
Surely you must realize nothing good can come of being involved with this particular endeavor.
Easy, Vice. Hey, so, are you alright? What happened?
It's my wife. She left home a week ago and hasn't come back. I'm so worried I can't even focus on my work. Oh, my sweet dumpling, where are you?
Oh, my sweet dumpling. Now one more time. I gotta do it. Oh, my sweet dumpling.
That's terrible. Would you like us to help you look for her?
Oh, my sweet.
Really? You do that for me?
Sure. But do you have any idea where we should start?
Well, she always used to enjoy drinking at the tavern with her friends.
Drinking at the tavern with her friend. She was in there drinking that Popola special.
Alright, then I guess we'll start with them.
Thank you. This means the world to me. Oh, and by the way, my wife always carries a red bag, just like mine. If you mention that, it might ring some bells.
Oh, okay. Red bag man.
I've met
Got it.
some odd couples in my day, but none who felt the need to wander about flaunting matching luggage.
You need to get with the times. Coordinated outfits are all the rage. Plus, these bags are special. We bought them for our anniversary. But now my sweet dumpling is gone. And it's all my fault. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Okay. Just stay calm. We'll go look for her, alright? You sit tight.
Yeah, it's very wholesome. The way my chaotic good is set up.
More about his wife absconding than he's letting on.
Oh, it's the other side. Okay.
Hey there, I'm, looking for a woman carrying a red bag.
Are you now? Interesting. Did something happen to her?
She hasn't been home and her husband's worried. Do you know anything about where she might be?
Trouble in paradise, is it? Oh, those two never change. Anyway, the short answer is no. She hasn't been around here either. Though come to think of it, she always got on well with the woman over at the tackle shop. Maybe you should try her?
I'll do that. Thanks.
Hey, what's the rush? You've got a cute face. Why not sit here and join me for a round? Or 3?
Listen, whatever you're trying to do, we could get it on sober or not at all. You feel me?
Sorry, ma'am, but I'm not old enough to drink.
That's an answer too. Oh, my sweet dumpling. Oh man, that's some
Hey
funny
there.
stuff.
Do you know a woman with a red bag by any chance?
A red bag?
Extra snooty.
Sure. Although now that I think about it, I haven't seen her in a while. Last time she came around, she mentioned something about leaving town, but I figured it was just idle talk.
Leaving town, huh? Alright, thanks for your time.
If she has truly left this charming hamlet, finding her may prove most difficult indeed.
I just hope she hasn't been attacked by shades or anything.
Princess in another castle. For real. Chat, we are officially we're hitting the 10-minute T-minus 10-minute mark on today's episode, so just so y'all know. So we might not make it the whole way. Hold on. Wait, so if This random spider, but it's interesting because we haven't technically unlocked this part of the game yet. So for all my my OG Nier people, y'all should know what this part of the game is. I mean, we're not there yet, but oh, I can't hit them? They can definitely hit me though. Nope, 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 nope. Talking about with such a cute face, join her for a round of drinks. Excuse you?
Something about that shade seems rather odd.
Sealed verse? Oh,
It is
snap.
identical to the red satchel carried by the man who sent us on this mad quest. Perhaps it belongs to his spouse.
Oh no. Do you think the shades got her?
I fear it likely, lad. I sense no other activity in the immediate vicinity. We were too late.
Well, this is terrible. What are we supposed to say?
However difficult it may be, we've no choice but to tell the man the truth.
You know what's interesting about this? I feel like we've been here. I feel like we've been here before. Like the last time it was Max the dog, and now it's my dumpling. Oh, oh, my dumpling. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at his grief or nothing like that. It was just the voicing. It was very unexpected. It's giving. Remember when in the Battle of the Gods Dragon Ball movie, when Beerus slapped Bulma and the Vegeta's like, my Bulma! It's giving like that kind of vibe. That is pretty sad though. Just what? My apologies. I was checking the text message. I'm getting some interesting text messages today while I'm streaming. So apparently, for all my people in New York City, I got news that Muni is either back or on its way back. So if anybody knows what Muni is, it's Music Under New York. So that for all my musicians, y'all know what time it is.
Hey, did you find my sweet dumpling?
We didn't, but we got this off a shade.
Oh no, this is hers.
So our fears were correct.
Oh God, how could this happen to her? This is all my fault.
If I may, my good man, why did your wife leave home in the first place?
It's because I
think we should give him some time to himself, Vice.
Honey, I'm home. Good heavens, you're a wreck. What's wrong?
Dumpling, you're not dead.
What in the world are you talking about? Oh, you found my bag. Thank you so much. I can't believe I went and dropped it like that.
Oh, this is such a relief.
Okay, seriously. What's going on? I see.
What?
So, you found a shade with my bag and assumed I'd been attacked and killed?
Go ahead and say that sounds ridiculous. Go ahead.
I'm just glad you're safe, Dumpling, but I'm also so sorry. This is all my fault. Oh, if I didn't eat that apple you were saving. Oh, God, I'm such an idiot. Listen, I promise I'll never eat anything of yours again. You just promise never to run away from home again, okay?
Run away? Have you lost your mind? I just went to visit my parents.
Huh?
I told you about this. Going to see my family, gone for a week. Remember? Ugh, are you serious right now? Why don't you ever listen to me?
Lad, my brilliant intuition suggests we should beat a hasty retreat from these two with all speed.
This is how I feel right now, listening to this.
Oh, hey, I have to go pick up a fish from the fish store.
I can't believe you didn't listen to me, and you ate my apple. Ugh, you are the absolute worst.
What? Oh, like you're some perfect angel. You didn't even care enough about our anniversary to hang on to your bag. You, kid, I'm right about this, yeah? If anyone's wrong here, it's my wife, right?
Wait,
Who's in the wrong here? What? Bro, y'all both bugging. Where's the third option? Where's option C? Y'all both bugging.
well, you shouldn't have eaten your wife's apple. That's not very nice.
But I was hungry, and it was just sitting there.
Yo, what am I
Look,
reading?
I'm glad you went looking for my wife and all, but that was low, friend. Low.
Uh-oh. Did I cross a line there?
Besides, it's pretty rich to come after me for an apple when you threw away my entire stamp collection.
Ha! You're damn right I did. And I'd do it again. You are nothing but a hoarding slob. You there. My husband's in the wrong here, isn't he?
Pardon, but madam, Oh, enough.
Big talk for a floating magazine.
I see you finally agree on something.
Big talk coming from a floating magazine. The clapbacks in this game are...
Do you not even understand how frustrating this is, you colossal oaf? This is exactly what I hate about you.
It's giving red flags.
Fine, hate me. I'll still sleep like a baby knowing I'm not an unreasonable hag like you.
Major red flags.
Vice, what do I do?
Leave.
You turn on your heel and walk away as fast as your legs can carry you, my good lad.
That's it. I have had enough. Instead of belittling me, why don't you get a proper job? Everyone in the neighborhood treats me like dirt, and it's all because of my unemployed slob of a husband.
That sounds like a lack of accountability. And this is... Why are you being so mean, sis?
Actually, I have a job now.
Do you now? Is it building this bridge that I came here to talk to you about, maybe?
You what? You're kidding. Why didn't you tell me? That's great.
Well, I sort of wanted it to be a surprise.
Oh, you big silly Billy. Well, this calls for a celebration. Come on, I'm going to bake you a nice apple pie.
With what apple, bro? Oh, she's probably gonna get some more apples. Okay.
I have no idea what just transpired, but it has utterly exhausted me.
Well, looks like they made up, so all's well that ends well?
In the course of all that madness, I have forgotten why we even came here in the first place.
Oh, heck, the canal! We need to ask him about the canal!
I can't thank you enough for all your help.
Sure, but listen, we need to talk to you about the canal.
All right. That's why you came here in the first place, huh?
Kinda.
Well, now that my love life is rolling in clover again, I'd be more than happy to get going on the canal work.
All right.
I need to whip up a treat to celebrate my husband finally finding work.
All right.
That was exhausting.
Tell me about it. Anyway, let's go give Popola an update.
But first, I'm going to heavily drop anchor on this episode. Gonna find a save point. Gonna save, and I will see y'all next time. Thank y'all for pulling up to Kaichi Plays. Shout outs to Ipo and Irk. Germany was in the building today. Shout outs to Achan pulling up with the modly duties. We out here, you know what I'm saying? The Kaichi gaming family is growing. It is growing, and I am happy. My peoples, I'm gonna catch you next time, okay? Until then, matane.